It took a little bit longer than expected, but finally, Ty Gibbs wins his first NASCAR Cup Series race at Bristol Motor Speedway, holding off Ryan Blaney in overtime. How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to Talkin NASCAR. I'm your host, Andrew. What a race we had today at Bristol Motor Speedway. First race back from the off week, many different storylines heading into this race, and a big storyline to come out of this race, and that being Ty Gibbs wins his first career NASCAR Cup Series race in the number 54 car for Joe Gibbs Racing, his grandfather's team. An emotional victory for Ty Gibbs as well, and one that I don't know if we all saw coming from this race. I mean, I'll get to that in a little bit, but man, were the odds stacked against Ty Gibbs, and man, did he have to do many risky things to get this first victory today. We'll go over that so much more in this one. We'll look at the top finishers, we'll look at all that. So let's go ahead and start talking about everything that went into this race for Ty Gibbs. I mean, Ty Gibbs has been knocking on the door of his first career victory in the Cup Series for a while now. This is Ty Gibbs' fourth season in the NASCAR Cup Series. He came close to winning in 2024. He came close yet again in 2025, even though last year was not as good as 2024. He's made the playoffs, but he just hasn't won a race yet in equipment that you should be able to win in consistently. It just hasn't been there for Ty Gibbs. He's had to go through his second crew chief now with Tyler Allen. He's had his other crew chief that he worked with in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series when he won his 2023 championship with Chris Gale move over to Denny Hamlin's team to work with Hamlin. So Gibbs has had a lot to work through over his career in the Cup Series. And even before that, when he won his championship, his father, Coy Gibbs, and many other family members, J.D. Gibbs, lose their life, pass away, while Ty is just growing up. He was like a teenager when he was stepping into that O'Reilly Auto Parts Series car full time in the 54 car. A lot of pressure on him, even though he, after being really good in the ARCA Menard Series, jumping straight into the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series, it was a lot of pressure on him and a lot of things weighing on him, but he won the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series championship in 2022, jumps up to the Cup Series, nearly makes the playoffs, but comes back in 2023 and makes the playoffs. 2024 has an even better season, is very, very close to getting that first victory. 2025 has a little bit of regression, doesn't show the same amount of speed and consistency, but in 2026 starts off a little bit slow once again, but over the last couple of weeks, he's been slowly picking it up and comes to Bristol, one of his better performing tracks, one of the tracks he's had the most speed at, one of the tracks that Joe Gibbs Racing has had the most speed at in the recent years with the next-gen car. We've seen Denny Hamlin be able to win at this track, dominate on the concrete. We've seen Christopher Bell be very, very good here. We've seen Martin Truex Jr. do very, very well here. Chase Briscoe was very, very solid last year. He was good again today. So, I mean, a lot of things were going good for Ty Gibbs, but he had to overcome a lot of things as well, not just in this race, but before this one, even in years prior. And in this race specifically, Ty Gibbs was not the best car, in my opinion. He was not. I think it was Ryan Blaney. And Ryan Blaney really got screwed by his pit crew being the 25th best pit crew in NASCAR. I should say the 25th worst pit crew in NASCAR. Blaney's pit crew lost him the lead several times, and even at the end, he was able to get out in front at the end with one pit stop cycle, was able to maintain the lead, but come to lap 477, we get a caution for Chase Elliott spinning off turn 4. Ty Gibbs, Chase Briscoe, and several other drivers decide to stay out on older tires. Meanwhile, Ryan Blaney, Kyle Larson, the big names decide to stay out. We get back going on a restart. Gibbs is able to clear for the lead, but here comes Tyler Reddick all of a sudden. Blaney and Larson are still kind of mired back in traffic on those new tires, waiting for those to kick in. But eventually, we get towards 5 laps to go. Gibbs, Blaney, and Larson, the top 4. Reddick also lurking in the background in that top 4. We get another caution heading to overtime for Riley Herbst, getting spun out by Kyle Busch after Herbst kind of spun out Busch in the beginning portions of this race. May have been a little bit of payback. We get back racing. Gibbs on older tires, Briscoe on older tires, Reddick on older tires. Meanwhile, Blaney and Larson, all on newer tires, have the advantage over Ty Gibbs. But even still, 2-lap shootout, Gibbs still able to hold off Ryan Blaney, even though they were side by side down the back straightaway into turns 3 and 4. Gibbs on the high side, Blaney on the low side. Gibbs able to get the run off turn 4 and takes the victory, getting his first NASCAR Cup Series victory. A lot had to go into this one for Ty Gibbs to get the victory. It all went right, and Gibbs was just able to hang on long enough to beat Ryan Blaney and Kyle Larson to get his first victory. Incredible story. Incredible racing at the end as well for Ty Gibbs to get that first victory. So congratulations to Gibbs. And good battle by Ryan Blaney and Kyle Larson all day long. Denny Hamlin was up front a good portion of this race as well. Reddick worked his way back after a speeding penalty on pit road. Chase Briscoe had a great day, exactly what he needed. It was a lot of good racing today overall. Good side-by-side racing. It took a little while for the groove to widen out. Eventually, that top lane started surging. The top lane, the rubber started getting laid down on the bottom lane as well. That meant the drivers had to migrate off the bottom onto the top, and the top lane kind of became the dominant lane towards the end. That is what Ty Gibbs used to his advantage. Ryan Blaney was one of the few drivers to make that bottom lane work in this race. As the race went on, he was still able to make that bottom lane work, but he got loose off one of the corners, was not able to make it stick, and Ryan Blaney could not come up with the victory over Ty Gibbs. Kyle Larson as well, battling a loose race car. I mean, pretty much every single driver in this race had an issue, was not happy with their race car, had one thing that needed to be corrected, and Ty Gibbs was one of them, but he was just able to hang on long enough on those older tires. Very impressive. I mean, those tires were worn out. Blaney and Larson on newer sticker tires. I still don't know how Ty Gibbs was able to hold off Ryan Blaney. He was just able to hang on just enough. Truly incredible what Ty Gibbs was able to do. I keep saying it, but it truly was. I was stunned that Gibbs was able to hang on. I thought Gibbs was going to come up short once again as those laps ran out towards the end. Even in that overtime, I thought Blaney was going to sneak away with the victory, or Larson was going to come around on the outside, wedge his way through the middle, be really, really aggressive. But no, Gibbs won the race. Oh boy, I couldn't speak there for a second. And was able to race clean, not have to use the bumper at all. Kept the bumper clean, kept the sides clean, and was able to win the race just on strict pace. I don't have much more to say than that. It's truly incredible what Ty Gibbs did. And the racing product overall today, I already mentioned it, side-by-side racing for a good portion of this. As that second groove on the outside came in, the racing only picked up. We had good side-by-side racing. The dominant lane was the lane to be in for most of this race, especially on restarts. But for the most part, the dominant lane was the bottom lane for about halfway through this race. Then the top lane started to come in, and drivers were able to get the runs off the corner. Some drivers were able to make it work on the bottom, especially on restarts. But it was good racing overall from Bristol Motor Speedway. It looked like a good Bristol short track overall. It looked like good short track racing. You saw a little bit of the bumper being used in this one. Some drivers getting into it, good hard short track racing. Some drivers got put in the wall, ruined their days. But it was still really, really good racing overall. It's hard for me to put into words how good this race was overall in racecraft, because it was good. It was a lot better than what I've seen from Bristol in the next gen car over the last couple of years. So really good overall. Let's go ahead and take a look at the top finishers from this race. Ty Gibbs picks up the victory. Ryan Blaney, who had the fastest lap of the race, started on pole, swept the stages, I believe. Did not sweep the stages. Kyle Larson swept the stages. He was in third. Blaney was up inside the top 5 pretty much all day. Just his pit crew fumbled the bag once again. Blaney, we've seen it all year at this point. Ryan Blaney's pit crew, 25th best in the sport. And even though at Phoenix, Blaney was able to muscle out the victory, come back from so much of his pit crew not helping him, he just couldn't do it tonight in Bristol once again. He definitely had the best car, though. He had the fastest lap for a reason. He was so good. I thought Ryan Blaney once again was going to come back and beat Ty Gibbs in this one. Kyle Larson swept the stage. He ends up in third. Tyler Reddick started on the front row once again, but quickly faded early on in this race. Also got a pit road speeding penalty after stage 1. Miscommunication between his team and Tyler Reddick. He was not informed of the correct pit road speed, sent into the back of the grid, was still able to work his way forward, just did not get the stage points that he probably wanted in this one. Still a good finishing result for Reddick. Chase Briscoe in 5th place, started in 3rd, desperately needed a good race today, and he got that exactly what Chase Briscoe needed. Good points, needed good stage points, and by my count, Chase Briscoe, I believe, let me see, he got 6 in stage 2, and then in stage 1 he got 7, so 13 stage points is really good from Chase Briscoe. Got a top 5 finish as well. Desperately needed that. Todd Gilliland. How about Todd Gilliland? How about Front Row Motorsports overall as a team? Gilliland in 6th, excuse me. Zane Smith down 19th, but was running as high as I believe 15th in this one. It was a good day for Zane Smith. I thought Zane Smith was going to be able to climb a little bit higher, but still a really good day. And then Noah Gragson qualified in 16th in this one, fell back to 26th late in the going. But Noah Gragson was running up inside the top 10 at one point in this race. It was very impressive to see Noah up there. He desperately needed a good day. Didn't quite finish how he wanted to, but it was still really cool to see Noah up front. Todd Gilliland used a little bit of pit strategy to get up to the front of the field and was able to stay there. So, really good day from Todd Gilliland. Good strategy call by Chris Lawson, his crew chief. Joey Logano, another good finish, even though he did not look good in the beginning of this one. He was falling outside the top 25, ended up working his way back up inside the top 10. Same for Ryan Preece. Did not have the most spectacular day, but still finished in 8th place. Good day for Preece. Denny Hamlin in 9th place. Another solid day for Hamlin. He's been very solid on Bristol for most of his career at this point. Carson Osvar, another top 10 finish from him. Bubba Wallace in 11th. Kind of a quiet day, but Bubba still looked really good in this one. Daniel Suarez, his really good season with Spire still continues. 12th place finish for him, and then 2 RFK cars of Buescher and Keselowski in 13th and 14th. Buescher was up front in the top 10 for close to the end of this one, faded back a little bit. Same with Keselowski, worked his way up into 10th place. If just Brad Keselowski could qualify a little bit better, he would be doing so much better in points. But 14th place finish for Keselowski, being that he started in 21st. I believe went down 1 lap at one point in this one. Good day for Brad Keselowski. AJ Allmendinger would round out the top 15 and 15th. And some interesting names inside the top 20. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. in 17th, Austin Dillon in 18th as well, Cindric in 16th, finished on the lead lap, the last driver on the lead lap. Riley Herbst, I want to shout out Riley Herbst real quick. Finished in 21st, so wasn't, the best finish that Herbst probably wanted, but qualified in 4th. It was another good qualifying effort from Riley Herbst. Got some stage points in stage 1, fell out of the top 10 in stage 2, kind of faded back as the race went on. I believe he had a bad restart, could not get going fast enough, and faded pretty far back in the field. But still, I want to shout out Riley Herbst because he's looked a lot more improved over the last couple of weeks in that 35 car. So I want to give Riley Herbst his flowers here, but some drivers that did not have some good days that really wanted to have better ones. Chase Elliott and Ross Chastain. Elliott in 22nd and Chastain in 20th. Chastain started inside the top 10. Just did not have the speed in this one. Finished in 20th. Rough day for Ross Chastain. And then Christopher Bell. He had a terrible day. He had a rough day. Actually, I wouldn't say terrible. It was a rough day for Christopher Bell. He was running pretty well. Was running up inside the top 10. But ended up getting loose off turn 4. Got in the outside wall. Broke a right rear toe link. And that set him behind for the rest of the race. 4 laps down. Not the day Bell wanted at all. And then William Byron. Man, what happened to William Byron? What happened? 5 laps down, 30th place, started in 34th. Just could not move forward at all in this one. I think, I'm trying to remember, maybe William Byron had post-race tech inspection failure. I'm trying to look right now and see if Byron did have to start from the rear in this one because he did fail tech inspection. Let me see real quick. Byron qualified in 34th. So no, I think it was just raw speed. Byron did not have it today. He really did not. He just did not look good. Oh man. Yeah, William Byron did not look good. He was not good in practice, not good in qualifying at all, and just could not work forward. I mean, really bad day for William Byron and company in that 24 team. So a day he would like to forget. And same thing for Alex Bowman. 37th place finish. Bowman got caught up in a SVG spin. Several other drivers got collected. Nemechek, SVG got collected. He was the one who spun out, and Alex Bowman was unfortunately the guy to be collected in it. So Bowman, first race back from his vertigo symptoms, ends up in 37th, last driver in the field. Tough break for Bowman. Hopefully he'll go get him next weekend at Kansas, another mile-and-a-half track. So wasn't expecting a lot from Bowman, but yeah, definitely a disappointing race for Alex Bowman in his return to the 48 seat this week. So there you go. That's a look at your notable finishers from this one. Congratulations once again to Ty Gibbs on getting the victory. Let's go ahead and end this one with my race review rating. This is an interesting one for sure. This is definitely one of the better races, not only at Bristol Motor Speedway, but of the entire 2026 NASCAR Cup Series season. We saw good racing, at least as the race went on. That groove started to widen out. We saw the outside lane become the dominant lane, which produced good side-by-side racing, good battles. We saw some good beating and banging on a short track like we should, even though Bristol Motor Speedway, not your traditional short track with its high banks. Saw some high tire wear, but we also saw the drivers being able to hold out on those older tires. And even though those new tires made it close and provided good battles overall, we saw a driver get his first career victory with a close side-by-side race victory. I think it was only like 5/100th of a second separating the two between Blaney and Gibbs. So close finish, and I don't think Fox, the entire broadcast booth, I don't think they did a very good job of saying, like, emphasizing the fact that, oh my goodness, it's only 5/100ths of a second, and it's a driver's first career victory. So that's my one gripe against it. But, that's just one thing. Seeing Ty Gibbs being able to celebrate with his mom, with his grandfather, Joe Gibbs, it was really cool. And the racing product overall was good. A beautiful day in Bristol Motor Speedway, it looked like as well. Everything except the race coverage was really, really good. So I'm going to go ahead and give this one a 90% for the race review rating. This week's race review rating for the Food City 500. Let me know down in the comments what you would have given this race. But that will do it for this episode, everyone. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you all for tuning in. If you did enjoy this episode, wherever you get your podcasts, wherever you're listening right now, please follow the show so you never miss another episode. If you're listening on YouTube, by the way, go hit the subscribe button to the channel so you never miss another episode. And maybe like the episode as well if you really maybe did enjoy this episode. Share it with your friends, your family, share the show. And also go check out Talking Sports with Miles and Andrew. I will have links to the YouTube channel and the Spotify page down in the description below. So thank you all for tuning in. I still don't know how to do these outros, but we'll maybe get there eventually one day. So I'll see you in the next episode, everyone. Take care.